Hey guys, and welcome back to Cooking for the Missus. Today's video we're going to be making a banoffee pie. It's 2020, I was going to do a nice healthy recipe, but then I thought, nah, let's start the year as we mean to go on. So everything you're going to need for this recipe is some kind of implement for whisking your cream and chopping up your biscuits. Got 200 grams of digestive biscuits, 2 chocolate bars of your choice, 250 millilitres of double cream, 100 grams of melted butter, 3 or 4 bananas. Now this is condensed milk or a tin of caramel, whichever one, I'll show you which is the difference in a minute. And some form of pie dish with a removable bottom. So first thing we're going to get on with is the digestive biscuits. Now I think the biggest alternative you can get to these in America, I think they're called graham crackers, I believe, or something like that. Digestive biscuits are literally just a sweet biscuit. I don't really know what any other alternatives are for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove it into my lovely little blender. If you are feeling angry, you can put these into a bag and give them a right good bash with a rolling pin. Just think of your biggest enemy whilst you're doing that. So we're just going to blend these together. The consistency I want is going to be like a coarse sand. You don't want it to be too fine, otherwise your base will be absolutely rock hard. So once you've got your biscuits, just tip that into a little bowl. I'll just finish the rest of these off just so I can show you what the consistency is that we're looking for. So pop the rest of those into the blender. Like I say, we're going to be looking for the consistency of about a coarse sand. Like I say, not too fine. Blendy, blendy, blend. Spinning aroundy, blendy. And that's the consistency that we want. So once we've got that, we're just going to add our butter to the mixture. We're going to mix it all together until it looks like wet sand. Oh, the smell coming from this bowl is absolutely delicious. So once we've got our mixture ready, what we're going to do now is just going to put it into our cake tin. Just dump it in, it doesn't have to look pretty. Then all we're going to do is just compress it down. So I like to push it right the way down into the centre, and I like to put it up the sides as well, so it's got like a little rim of the base around it. Once you've got it all compressed down, what you're going to do is you want to put it in the fridge for probably about an hour, just so that the butter sets and it goes nice and hard. So while we're on this, let's talk about the difference. So what you can do, get yourself 1 tin of condensed milk. You can put it submerged in a saucepan of boiling water for 2.5 hours, and you will get caramel at the end of it. Let it cool down, obviously, before you touch it. You do run the risk of the tin exploding though. So what I did is I just bought myself a tin of ready-made caramel. This is what it looks like. It's so indulgent and it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that. Delicious. So, next thing you want to do is get your double cream. We're just going to whisk it together. Just whip it up so that it's nice and thick enough to smear over the top of your pie. This recipe truly is absolutely so simple. You can't get easier than this recipe. Now you're going to want your bananas. I use about 3 bananas in this recipe. How many you use is entirely up to you. Depends how much you like banana, I suppose. So with your banana, you just want to chop them up into probably 1 centimetre slices. Depends how handy you are with a knife. I'm quite inconsistent with mine. I've got some that are really thin and some that are thick, but hey well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build this pie. So first thing in goes your caramel, whether it's your homemade version or just the tin version. They're both just as good. After you've put your layer of caramel in, you want to go for a nice good layer of your bananas. What I do is I start from the outside and work my way inwards. That way you can fit more bananas in. More bananas, the better. So then what we do is we follow that up now with the whipped cream all over the top. Smear this all over. Oh, this pie is delicious. This brings back so many memories of my childhood, it's unbelievable. Absolutely love this recipe. So once you've got it smeared over, it doesn't have to look pretty. We then go for another layer of bananas. I told you, the more bananas the better in this recipe. So pop those over on top, and then this is where your chocolate bar of your choice comes in. I like to just break up a chocolate bar over the top. Which chocolate bar you use is entirely your preference. Then just to make it look a little prettier, we're just going to smarten up the edge, and plus that way I get to have a nice big mouthful of cream. Tasty. And that's it. It's as simple as that, guys. You cannot get any easier than this banoffee pie recipe. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.